We have a wonderful woke on woke crime because CNN's Don Lemon has been suspended and his future is up in the air with ongoing discussions about what they're going to do with him. This is just days after he said something sexist about Nikki Haley, saying she was past her prime, and the CNN hosts were really fake offended over that. And here you have the post millennial saying, breaking, Don Lemon removed from CNN morning show, discussions about his future ongoing. Oh, it is a beautiful, beautiful thing. It says, after Don Lemon made sexist remarks on Thursday about presidential candidate and former ambassador to the UN under Trump, Nikki Haley, Don Lemon was out of his CNN morning show host chair on Friday. Now sources say that Don Lemon will be removed from the show on Monday, too. And Don Lemon is getting caught up in a lot of things lately because he is a complete and total fake, and he has bought so far into the woke nonsense. But, of course, we've got a clip of Don Lemon from years ago. So right here, this is End Wokeness, which is a fantastic Twitter account. Don Lemon gives a list of 5 things the black community must fix in 2013. This is before the woke era. Not a single word about racism, just straight facts. Well, let's listen to what Don Lemon's got to say.
Because black people, if you really want to fix the problem, here's just 5 things that you should think about doing. Here's number 5. And if this doesn't apply to you, if you're not doing this, then it doesn't apply to you. I'm not talking about you. Here's number 5. Pull up your pants. Walking around with your ass and your underwear showing is not okay. In fact, it comes from prison when they take away belts from the prisoner so that they can't make a weapon. And then it evolved into which role a prisoner would have during male-on-male prison sex. The one with the really low pants is a submissive one. You get my point?
Well, hey, great. That was a great point, Don Lemon. Thank you, Don. We really appreciate that. What's the next point you want to make?
Number 4 now is the N-word. By promoting the use of that word when it's not germane to the conversation, have you ever considered that you may just be perpetuating the stereotype the massa intended, acting like a nigger? Now, number 3, respect where you live. Start small by not dropping trash, littering in your own communities. I've lived in several predominantly white neighborhoods in my life. I rarely, if ever, witnessed.
Don Lemon lives in white neighborhoods? No one would have ever thought that one. No one would have ever thought that one. It's almost like you're the founder of Black Lives Matter, another person that lives in white neighborhoods. Let's continue. This is fantastic work, Don Lemon.
There's people littering. I live in Harlem now. It's an historically black neighborhood. Every single day I see adults and children dropping their trash on the ground when a garbage can is just feet away. Just being honest here. Number 2, finish school. You want to break the cycle of poverty? Stop telling kids are acting white because they go to school or they speak proper English. A high school dropout makes on average $19,000 a year. A high school graduate makes $28,000 a year. A college graduate makes $51,000 a year. Over the course of a career, a college grad will make nearly $1 million more than a high school graduate. That's a lot of money.
Good job, Don Lemon. I'm really liking this version of Mr. Lemon.
And number 1, and probably the most important, just because you can have a baby, it doesn't mean you should, especially without planning for one or getting married first. More than 72% of children in the African American community are born out of wedlock. That means absent fathers. And the studies show that lack of a male role model is an express train right to prison. And the cycle continues.
So there you have it. Don Lemon in 2013, when wokeness was nowhere to be found, saying a lot of things that would get you called a racist these days. Even if you were a black person saying it, you would be called a racist for saying all of those things. Now, Don Lemon may secretly be a very based person, but that doesn't matter because he is a phony and he is a coward. Now, this is the same Don Lemon that was spewing all this nonsense about COVID lockdowns and all of that Well, look at here. Now, this was in 2021. Don Lemon goes maskless in Florida trip. CNN host Don Lemon was spotted on a trip enjoying the Florida weather maskless after repeatedly chastising Republicans such as Governor Ron DeSantis for putting lives at risk because of their opposition to mask mandates. That's right. Here's Don Lemon with his husband or boyfriend just hanging out in the Florida sun, even though it's so dangerous in Florida. That was the narrative that Don Lemon was pushing on CNN every night. So again, this guy, just like most of the people in the leftist media, they don't buy any of the nonsense that they're spewing. They're just out there to push fear. And it's really funny now that he's now probably maybe going to get fired. I mean, CNN's fired a lot of people recently. Don Lemon he is not good at what he does. He's not entertaining. CNN has been a ratings disaster since Trump left office, so clearly they need Trump back. But it's really funny to see him get absolutely annihilated over something so insignificant. What he said was so insignificant, but in the woke world, everything's offensive. And Don Lemon just lost the oppression Olympics. So we'll see how this all plays out. I'm having a great time watching it. I appreciate all of you. Have a great day. Thank you very much for checking out this video. And I love what we have going on with Cobra Cast. And that is something we're going to be doing through the week, Monday through Friday, hopefully. Still working on the times. But thank you guys for all of the support. I greatly do appreciate it. We will talk to all of you later.